Again to another episode of Beres Couples Show, and today in the house I have a visitor for you, and she's here. By the way, before we know about your name, are you single? Tell the world. Maybe we can help you market, or we can warn the world out there.
Yes, I'm single. I'm single.
Hey guys, potentials, those who are looking for. Anyway, let's leave it there. Please introduce yourself.
Hello guys, I'm Joan Malesi and I'm happy to be here. I am so glad to be invited to be in this couple show, and I hope that each and everything that we are going to discuss here is going to be beneficial to you all.
All right. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation. Maybe I can ask you, what motivated you to honor the invitation? Like, I feel like this is worth to participate in.
Well, I love speaking and I love advising and I love giving what my thoughts are. So
Hey, she loves speaking. I hope you are not going to, when the director is saying cut, you're like, no, the time is not yet. I need to
speaking
speak.
is a must. Actually, not just speaking, but speaking with points that have
Right.
meaning.
Okay, we are going to hear those points. If you miss the points, and if promise that you have points. Anyway, well, so guys, as you have heard for yourself, it's Joan Malesi. She's single. I don't know. She did not finish if she's single and searching or single and satisfied. But one thing for sure, she's single. Well, so today in this episode, we are going to talk about long time. What is better between long time dating and short time dating before marriage? So maybe I start with you. What do you think? Like, and what would you prefer? You get a guy, maybe he's serious. Would you prefer prolonged dating or just a short time, then you jump into marriage?
Well, when it comes to me, when I get a guy, why should we date for long? Actually, I'm usually against long dating, because what are you dating for long for? Like, before you started that relationship, didn't you know what you wanted? Because I'm sure for one to be in a relationship, you have to know that this is where I want to go with this person. But if you don't have that in mind, then why go into that relationship?
But you see, the problem is we have a lot of pretending guys, not only guys and ladies as well. Like, everyone is so pretentious these days. So I feel like dating for a short time, you might have a wrong impression, because for real, once I tell you I love you and you accept that me asking you out, I start hiding a lot of true colors. So okay, well, maybe I rushed the point, but when you say you want to date for a short time, for how long would you at least say this is enough for you to get to know? Because the purpose of dating, from what I understand, and also according to Dr. Miles Monroe, is to get to know your partner. So how long would you think you need to know your partner?
Actually, here is whereby now praying comes in, whereby if you're a Christian, you should know that before you go into a relationship, you have to put this relationship into prayers. And bet you me, if you're a prayerful person, a revelation usually just comes. It just
this
comes.
thing of putting in relationships, prayer.
Yeah.
There are a lot of sisters who are reaching 30s and they haven't yet God. They're saying we're still waiting for God.
Because the Spirit is speaking. You cannot see a revelation whereby it's telling you this person is not the same, is not a good person, yet you still want to go into that relationship. Okay, you asked about like how long should it take for me to get married to somebody, or for me to know this person is the one. Like, if indeed this person is the one, it can't even go for up to 6 months, 1 year, 3 years. But the least I can date somebody is, let's say, 1 year. 1 year is good, then we have a wedding. Yeah, that is if he qualifies.
All right.
Yes.
But don't you think within 1 year someone is capable of hiding true colors?
Yeah, it's true. Some people do hide, but you cannot hide for long. That is why we... Like, for example, there's that time whereby you go visit this person, you spend like a day together. For you to know, you can hide a lot of things, but you cannot, maybe on phone you can hide some stuffs, but you cannot hide some stuffs from me when we are physical. Like, I am seeing you, you're seeing me, and I get to spend with you even a day. From how this person deals with his anger issues, you can tell the kind of person you are going in a relationship with.
But now you see, you are talking from a point of view of people who are dating physically. But now let's say you are dating that person, most of the times maybe he stays in Pipeline and you stay in Kiambu County, and maybe you only meet on Sundays, and every time you are going to work and you work on maybe different places and you are meeting on So even your interactions is so limited.
Me, I believe that if a relationship is there between me and you, then interaction must be always there. For example, let's say there are red flags. For example, there's a time whereby we are calling this person, this person is not picking up, or maybe this person is used to calling you maybe from this time to this time. Then it just reaches a point whereby this person is no longer calling you. Maybe, for example, when you call at 9, this person will never pick up, or he'll come to pick up later. Why?
Now, okay.
Not once, not twice, but all
At
the
least
time.
now that shows. At least I love the way he said you'll be watching out for red flags. Yeah. So that automatically shows you this one. I think we are not going far.
Yeah.
Which means also now that person, if even if they rush you, like, okay, now I'm ready to get married, it means you don't need to rush it with them, because honestly, trust me, I've seen people and I've heard of people who have a white wedding today, gather masses.
1 week.
One week they are
divorcing.
fighting, and you find them running out of the gate,
And
one
people
after
have
the other.
spent a lot of money
Exactly.
into this relationship. Then after 1 week or even after 1 year, they are fighting. In as much as we're being told by when you're when you're in marriage, there are some conflicts whereby you have to settle with your partner without you two separating. But remember, there are some things that are beyond disrespect. For example, if you come with a woman I'm your wife, you come with your woman in front, with another woman in front of me. And you're just disrespecting. What am I supposed to do? Tell me.
Okay. The reason why I brought this point is because you were saying short time, and I was trying to say, in as much as short time dating is good, there is some kind of a lot of things that you can miss. And also, I buy your point. It's not like I'm crashing, because even me, I also support that point. But I feel like it works better when you are all together, like you are seeing each other, let's say 3 or 4 times per week. And when you see each other, you spend quite a lot of time together and everything. And you have explored, because sometimes you never know your partner until he's exposed. For example, there was a time my partner never thought I am someone who can be violent. Until one day when I was coming from town. I don't know, was I coming from town? Yeah. And this guy wanted us to pay. No, we're actually coming from Garden City. And that guy wanted us to pay 50 bob from Mountain Mall to Safari Park. So when I was like, we're not going to pay, then he grabbed the bottle. And this bottle was from my girlfriend. And for me to leave the bottle now, I'm telling you, we really showed one another some strength. And my girlfriend was and she froze. I felt so bad. And she was like, I never knew you can be so violent. I'm like, honestly, I'm not violent, but honestly, also the situation was calling for that. So sometimes you will never know your partner, maybe. So I feel like a long time, I'm not advocating 100% for a long time, prolonged dating, but I feel like prolonged dating, it allows you or your partner to be exposed to some circumstances that can make them know you better.
Okay.
Exactly.
So let me ask you something. Can you date somebody for, let me say, like 6 years? You're dating somebody?
Am I shooting a documentary?
Another question. Can you date somebody for 4 years?
Honestly, okay, this is the thing. If I say prolonged dating, now that one, I don't know what to describe that one like. It's no longer prolonged dating.
Because me past 1 year, that one is too much. You're going 2 years, 3 years with somebody. This prolonged dating also can make people sin a lot, because men, I don't know what usually happens with you people. You change like chameleons. 1 year, everything is flowering, everything is good. Then it reaches a time you feel like you have overstayed with this person. You already know each and everything about this person.
Yeah, by the way, on that point.
And then a man gets a woman, yet still in his long relationship, a woman that he has known for, let me say, 3 months. He marries that woman. Why? Tell me why.
Anyway, I don't have words. I think you've gotten me there. So, okay, for example, I think I was going to ask you that question, like, why don't you think prolonged dating is not encouraged? And I think you've given me one reason. Do you have another reason why do you think prolonged dating is not advisable?
Another thing, let me put it in a Christian way. These long relationships, prolonged relationships, whereby you people date for 2 years, 3 years, can their sexual desires and make them to stay without sex for that long? Can it?
maybe the okay, that one is very tricky. In as much as people come out and say, "Hey, me and my girlfriend," even pastors should let us alone. They have it. Me and my girlfriend, my mama pastor were dated for 5 years.
This is flesh.
And you're like, you guys, were you dating in heaven where you were not with the desires
This
or
is
something like
flesh.
that?
And if you're in the word, you will know that prolonged relationship is not advisable, because you would visit this person with, as time goes, you will bond, and that energy within will be too strong. And then there come a time, maybe you will go to this man's house. Maybe you will share a bed. In as much as we may look like angels, this is flesh, and you have maybe to avoid. Now you'll find you are limiting yourselves. Maybe, I don't want to stay close to you, I don't want to be next to you, to avoid all that. Why don't you just, if you know this person is right, wed, so that you won't limit yourself from what married people should be doing.
Right. From the point you said, actually, I've come to realize something. I think also one of the factors, I think that's a question I was supposed to ask, what usually makes people date for a long time? Because I feel like there are some factors, some of them which are negative and some of them which are positive.
Yeah.
For example, I think one of the reasons why people can choose to date you as a lady and they keep on prolonging, in as much as maybe they are now capable and they've realized, okay, not realized that you are marryable. I know I'm creating my own English here. But, for example, I think someone can prolong if they are not sure. If you are mediocre, you are in between, you're not showing yourself to be husband or wife material. So now, like, okay, in as much as I'm ready to get married to this person, am I sure you will not mess me up or she will not mess me up? So if they will keep on beating around the bush until now when they find someone else, 3 months.
I usually don't understand men, to tell you the truth. I usually don't understand.
We don't understand
men.
you also, you girls.
Because as in, and then if you become too good, this man will never see you as a wife material. If you become too good, you're already available for him. You want to be good to him. You want to wash his clothes. You want to wash his utensils. You want to do this for him. He'll never see you as a wife material. But you find he brings in another lady that doesn't nothing for him, doesn't cook for him, or even if
I think
she
that is
cooks,
last.
if she cooks, she doesn't put salt. She doesn't do this and that. That man will see a wife material in that lady that's putting a lot of salt on the food.
But does it usually last? Such kind of relation, does it usually last?
That's why they end up marrying those who do not do what is right and end up divorcing within a week.
Then for me, I feel like now in such a scenario, I always tell, it means from the word go that you accepted him, you accepted in a wrong person who doesn't value you. Trust me, sometimes for me, I always tell people, like, for example, in as much as my girlfriend is willing to do all those things, I know my limits. Like, okay, she can do all these things and she's willing without me asking her, without me forcing her. But I don't want to get used to those privileges before I marry her, because now I end up taking it for granted. You get it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just crazy. That's how people are, and we can't change any much about that. Yeah, but it comes back to what I was asking. Like, so sometimes what makes people date long is because they are not sure if you are, because maybe the time they were thinking like, she's the one. Then you shoot another drama. They're like, because marriage is a commitment.
Yeah.
And once you are in, you are in. Especially now from a
ask you
Christian
something.
perspective.
If you cannot handle those shooting of dramas while dating, what makes you think in marriage you'll be able to handle those dramas? How will you handle
Mungu
it?
atatusaidia.
Hakuna cha Mungu will help you. You have to help yourself before God helps
And
you.
people neglect that. But also, in as much as we are saying, what makes people usually date also short time. I've said some factors which makes people date for a long time. Then maybe what makes people just date and jump into marriage. Maybe the lady is giving a lot of pressure.
Depression.
Yeah, and maybe a guy was also with urgency. Now, I want
Let
to
me
get
take
married.
my example. Like me, I was in a relationship whereby things were not smooth. Yeah, I used to be committed, submissive. Yes, I could give my all. Like, I loved this person so much, and I didn't bother to know much about him, his background.
Hey.
I just gave him my love because
Allah.
it was not for that long. It had not even gone for 6 months, but I just had to trust this person. But remember, I didn't get the chance to investigate or know who he is, where he is from, and all that. At that moment, it was love all through until Hiliniramba.
Wait, what is that?
Like until everything, like he was hiding some stuff from me, and I came to find out why through prayers. And it was how long? It was 4 good months of dating.
At
That's
least
how
you
I'm
found out
telling you,
through
if you're
prayers. But
yeah,
what about
prayers.
those who do not
Those
pray?
who don't pray. Now that's why we are being told pray, 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 pray without ceasing, especially when it comes to marriage, to deal with marriage, because marriage is not something you enter in today and tomorrow you're out.
And what
It's a
about, so,
lifetime thing.
okay, now if you come to prayer, okay, we're still in the topic. I don't want it to seem as if we are digressing, but you know, we in this bracket of prayer, whatever, there are people who are still saying we are praying. And imagine, even if a potential guy comes, they're saying, I'm praying. What are you praying for? Even sometimes you find they're just saying I'm praying, but they are not even understanding. They are even when God speaks, or else maybe they pray and they expect God to answer in a certain way. Then God is answering in another way,
one.
but they are not hearing. I'm like, sister, you are turning 32 and you are still praying. What are you praying for?
I think sometimes we Christian, we overdo to the extent whereby somebody is just somebody has come, yes, but we are too blind to see. This is caused by mistrust from from the previous experience somebody had. You know, sometimes our hearts, we are just humans. When our hearts are breaked too much, or when we give somebody our trust and this person disappointed us, it kills our trust. That is why even when God brings somebody to us and we pray and God says this is the person, we don't trust.
But
Because
why
we are
were you
not-
praying to God? Then just do your own way. Because you have started putting God in
That's
it.
why I say we as Christians sometimes we fail. Because we fail, we get distracted so much that we cannot hear the voice of God when He is speaking, which is dangerous, because that's why you get yourself, you're 35, not married. People are coming for you. You're saying, oh, you're not the one. God has not spoken to me yet. You have to be wise as you pray.
You marry Gabriel or
You have
Michael.
to be
I'm telling
very
you.
wise as you pray as well. Yeah.
All right. Okay. What else was I wanting to say? So, what would you say, like, to those who have dated for more than 2 years?
Hole wako, that's when you will start saying, you have wasted my time. Oh, you have wasted my time. You have a chance. You have a chance right now to, if you see, like, I don't know, ladies, you just know very well, because I know ladies are sharp. Ladies are sharp. They can tell if somebody is a husband even within 3 months of dating, 6 months of dating. You can tell if you're going somewhere with this man or not. Yet you still want to hold on, stick. Maybe he'll change, my friend. If he cannot change right now, he'll not change in the future. So if you're not seeing anywhere you're going with this man, better run away and look for your own man.
By the way, people have that tendency. He will change.
Yes.
Oh, this guy has cheated you 3 times and
And
you're
you still
expecting
saying
him to
he'll
change.
change. How will he change? He'll still cheat in marriage.
By the way, I feel
You're
like
still
a lot
cheating
of
in
people are
marriage.
crying right now because I actually know of some few people. I've even told them, this guy of yours or this lady, like, I will change him. You will change someone.
He'll not change.
And
That
they're
is why
28 years in that habit. You want to change them. I'm telling you, you are the one who's going to be changed,
You
or you
will
are out
suffer,
of
you will
that.
cry. And you know, one thing with Joe and me, I usually say marriage is not something that I would love to go in and come out within, I don't know, a couple of months. I want, when I'm entering into that marriage, I'm there to stay. That is why I'm very keen and observing men. They come.
Don't
they
over-observe.
No, no.
You got men
It's not
single.
observing that, right? Okay, we know
No,
men
anyway,
are
it's
not
good, it's
perfect,
good.
yes, but still you have to be very careful. At least get your own headache and know the medicine towards it. What calms it down, you see? So what do I mean by get your own medicine? Get somebody who you know his weaknesses and his strengths, and you are able to tell that this man, I can manage his weaknesses and I can also manage his strength. So if I cannot manage cheating, being cheated on, I cannot. That is one headache whereby I cannot manage. So why should I be with somebody who's cheating? Why?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
That is why prolonged relationship ain't bad. But remember, the outcome of that prolonged relationship, you have to be able to know how to handle the outcome. You may end up getting married. You may end up sinning and being dumped. You may end up getting pregnant and being a single mother. Or you may end up losing the guy, and the guy getting married to somebody else whom he has known for a very short period of time.
It seems like you were rehearsing for this. You were researching, or you have a PhD. You did not tell.
It is
By the way,
wisdom.
she did not tell us her qualifications.
It is
Maybe she has
wisdom.
some PhD in marriage and counseling or dating and something like that.
It is
But by the way,
wisdom.
I really salute that kind of wisdom. You know, it's especially for you ladies, because sometimes you find that in that prolonged dating, if anyone is to be wasted, it's usually whosoever shows the signs of being wasted is the girl, not the man.
lady. Yeah, true. Because you men, you can marry even up to 30, 50 years. You can still get a woman you can marry. But us, we are like flowers. There's a time whereby we are blossom. We are blossom. We are attracting. We are shining. But there's a time whereby nobody is looking at us. There's an age whereby nobody's
By
approaching
the way, I
you.
keep on telling people that I'm still a student. I want to focus on my studies.
Because they're
Sister,
confused.
eh.
There come a time whereby they realize that they are not children.
But that's
Nobody's
what.
looking at them.
But there's this guy called Benjamin Dula. He always advises people that, like, when you're in school, you need to focus on your studies. I'm like, this guy, does he have a daughter? Because from the way I know, or is he a guy? Is he a man or something? Because we men, we know ourselves, and we keep on telling people, you guys, when you turn 26 and above, you are now suspicious. We start thinking twice even before approaching you. So,
Why? Like somebody like, why is she single? Why has she been single for that long?
and sorry for you if you're at that age and you're now independent, you have your monies, you're driving your car, you will marry your car, I'm telling you, or they will just come
And that
to
is
use
why
you and
most
let
of
go.
these people who are driving and they are single, they don't end up getting married.
That's the thing.
Why?
Because they were told, I want to be independent, I want to settle first, and I don't want to, something. So you find that maybe when you're waiting for you to be independent, and the moment you get independent, it seems like, okay, I'm not saying you should not be somehow independent, because also men have a tendency of exploiting you when you are just relying on them completely. Okay, I think that is when there's no true love. But I feel like most of the ladies, they fail to balance independence or self-sustenance with submissiveness. Now they're like, even if he goes, I don't care. So you find
You should care, Mama. You should care. Even if he
small
goes, you
area
should
like
care.
this, I don't care. I have my things. I can
Let
take
me tell
myself
you
out.
something.
I can.
No matter how much you have, you should always know that you're a woman, and a man will always be here. So even if you have,
Your people will choke you.
no, it's not like seriously. Even if you have your job, you have your car, you have your house, respect your husband. He's your husband. And if you want this man to respect you too, you have to give respect both sides. Like, you have to respect him and he has to respect
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Let not wealth determine how you should treat your man.
But that's
Of course,
the
the
thing.
man has to be a provider as well. You have to provide for your woman.
Let's not go there. And let's not
Yes,
go there.
you have to provide
Now you're
for your
attacking me.
woman.
This podcast is over.
Yes, no matter how much you get, a woman will always be happy if a man.
Yeah,
is
by the way, I
providing.
know,
Your man has
it's
There's a
meant to
feeling
be
that comes
that
with
way.
it, yeah.
But
There's a
you guys
feeling
are the
that
one who's
comes
saying
with it.
equal rights, equality, and everything, and
There's no equality
families
there.
are being messed up. But anyway, guys, as you've heard, prolonged dating is tricky. Okay, there are some circumstances. Maybe your girl is in school, or your guy is in school. Maybe wants to finish the.
That one is understandable.
But not like all of you. You are now sure like there's no reason for you to wait.
Okay, another thing. There's an age whereby you can take that prolonged relationship. Like, maybe let's say the both of you are in school, maybe your first year, and you're waiting for you two to finish. That's okay, because you still have some time. Even if this person messes you up by leaving, maybe after school you can get somebody who is serious
by
and get
the way.
married. That one I can support. But now you're done with maybe college or university, and you two are both working, but this person is still telling you, let's wait for like 4 years, then we get married.
And after 3 years or 3.5, he dumps you.
He dumps
and
you.
you are in
You've
your
wasted your
27
time.
or 28.
Yeah.
Now you're like, wow. That's when you're.
The other people
but
you're rejecting are already married.
I'm telling you, and now you find yourself throwing yourself, because that's the thing. I feel like if there's a
giving to
prolonged
anybody.
dating, the man can still go and date anyone he wants. But for you now, you're desperate. You just throw yourself even into someone who is crazy.
Even drunkard, a psycho.
I know.
Somebody ends up beating you. But because of that desire, even in the Bible it is written, and man shall desire to, and woman shall desire to have a man.
I know.
So it is always in our desire to have our own husbands. So when it reaches an age whereby there is no husband, you're just there, the society is questioned. Do you know the way the society questions women when they are not married? Society is questioning you.
We'll take you to the muganga. Is it called witch doctors? Not witch doctors, traditional doctors.
Yeah.
Like, we want to understand what's wrong with our daughter.
Your friends will start gossiping you, and you're like, what is happening to me?
And that depression gives you pressure.
Anybody that comes your way, it's a yes.
Hey.
Because I've stayed single for long, like nobody's approaching me, yet you wasted your time by prolonging your relationship with somebody who was not interested in you. You see?
So in other words, guys, what we're saying is, we need to be knowing your partner. Be observant. I always tell people, and I will keep on repeating, I think on every episode of this channel, that when you enter love, either you're a guy or you're a girl, especially ladies, don't enter love with your brain and sit on your brain and let love lead.
True.
Then you don't observe, like, is this guy really up to it, or I'm just a time pusher. In Zimbabwe we call them time pusher. It's time pushing while he's looking for the right mistress. So you need to be very careful and know, like, every time we talk about marriage,
they usually say, let's struggle together. Then when we make it to the top, at least we live to tell the story that we struggled before making to the top. Let me tell you something. This person will reach to the top and he'll start looking for his type.
Exactly.
Hey.
You are not my class. I'm like, but baby, we're together and I waited for you.
You have pushed this man to reach to the top.
Encouraging him every time.
He won't look at you as somebody who pushed him.
Hey?
And that's when you have not built yourself. You have nothing. You have been left. You have nothing because every power you had as a woman, you gave into this man. So he was just taking. He leaves you with nothing. You will suffer.
Wow.
You will suffer.
I've gotten that point. Guys, it's up to you. We have discussed the benefits of both, and it's for you to choose and assess, according to your situation, what do you think is the best for you? If it's calling for a short-term dating and you maximize on that time to study your person and be sure if it's your husband or wife material, go in for it. And if you are not sure, then leave it. But also, ladies, in as much as we are talking about, let's say the situation is not allowing you to get married immediately, I would say, be careful, because now if you are wasted, it's you who is on the loss.
And please, men, stop wasting our time. If you know we are not for you, tell us early. Leave.
Why should you
give another person a chance?
Think.
Give another person a chance. You want to, and then some men are toxic. They know very well you are not for them, but they still want to hold.
That's why you need not to sit on your brain. The moment you say yes, you are going to remove your brain and sit on.
We get driven by what we hear. Somebody comes, tells me, I love you, I want to marry you. Yet I know I want to hear that word, I want to marry you. I want me to go.
You're
stay
like,
there.
Marriage,
Yeah,
here you
but
come.
This person just wants something else and goes. But this man, if you're coming to a lady, say what is bringing you there. Stop. You're dating somebody's child for 3 years, then you're leaving that child and going to marry somebody else. It's not good.
That's why also you said, as we conclude, you said you mentioned something about prayer. I feel like it's very important. I don't know what to say to those who do not believe in prayer, but I feel like prayer also helps you to know if this person is yours or not. Sometimes imagine. I feel like God warns us a lot. Imagine you are dating.
The energy within speaks, and you always trust it.
You are dating someone and you are always having this kind of visions and dreams against him. And you keep on fighting even God. Then when things goes wrong, you are blaming God.
Like, let me give you an example. I'm holding a picture. Like, this is a picture and this is a picture. I have two men in my hands. And then I'm praying to God. God, these two are in my category of people that I would love to get married to. God, speak to me. I don't know who it is. So show me a sign. God, show me a sign. If this one is not the one, then let the picture drop. If this one is not the one, let the picture drop. Then God drops this picture. Yet you know your heart, you want this picture not to drop. You pick it. No, God, I didn't say this one to drop. Some ladies, we put ourselves into trouble on our own.
And maybe because that guy is just there without a degree or anything, he's cycling. The other one is driving.
You see, but this one, because he has all the qualities of a husband, God is speaking to you that this one is the one. And but you, no, God, you should have said this one. You're questioning God. You're confusing even.
Anyway, final remarks as we conclude. What do you have to say as we conclude the
All I can say is, ladies, let's be wise. In as much as we fall in love and we become blinded by love to the extent of not seeing what the future holds for us, let's be wise. You cannot date a man for more than 2 years promising that he will marry you in the future. The outcomes, always be ready for them. He may marry you, he may not marry you. I'm not against prolonged relationship, but what I'm saying is that be careful. Study this man. If he is capable of being with you for the rest of your 2 lives, then stick with him. If he is not, then run for your life. We have a short period of time to study this man, but nothing is impossible if you are prayerful. Yeah.
You heard that? Be Murife, run. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Do not forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment, and invite someone as well to watch this wonderful episode. And share your thoughts down there on the comment section. And keep on supporting us until the next episode. By the way, what is the next topic?
The next topic should be...
It's okay, you are fired. You don't know what you're saying. Anyway, we are going to...
I've hired myself.
Thank you so much, guys. We sign out. Ton, this